My name is Jeff Kessler. At 2 years old, I lost my arm in a lawnmower accident. I'm here because there was a family that was impacted by a similar situation that I was involved in as a child. So I'm here for Tate. I'm here for Ryan. I'm here for Ryan and Tate's family. I'm here for a greater community that's impacted by lawnmower accidents, lawnmower machinery. I'm here because I've been asked to help. I'm here because I feel like I have a purpose, and I'm here to tell my story. I don't remember my accident, so everything that I recall, I don't recall anything. So everything that I talk about when I tell people about my accident is something that's been stitched together through the stories that I've been told. So as I recount my accident, it feels very vivid to me, like it actually happened, but I experienced it, but I don't actually remember it. So as I replay the movie in my head, it's a recounting of the stories and the things that have been told to me. So I lost my arm when I was 2.5 years old in a lawnmower accident. So as I understand it, I was riding on a lawnmower with my dad. We had about 2.5 acres of land, and he had gotten off the riding lawnmower. I got off immediately behind him and voluntarily stuck my arm in the lawnmower. And he scooped me up and grabbed my arm, cutting off the circulation, and ran back to our house, screaming for my mom to call 911. And my mom called 911, and a helicopter landed on my front yard, and I was airlifted to Mercy Medical in Des Moines, Life Flight helicopter. And I almost died, and they saved my life. And the crazy thing is, I don't remember any of that. So that's how it was told to me. Years ago, I sort of came to this realization that I don't actually recall ever asking anyone and my family to tell me about what happened. And so I approached my sister, my middle sister. So I have 3 older sisters. And I approached my middle sister and I said, "Would you be willing to tell me about my accident?" And she kind of like, "I've never told you what happened." And I'm saying, "I don't think I've ever asked or been told." And she said, "I'd be glad to tell you." And her perspective was actually one that I'd never heard, and it was pretty cool to hear. And so middle sister Emily would have been 11 at the time, which is how old my daughter's going to be this month, which is crazy. And she just recalls some commotion, something going on. My mom was on the phone with the cord stretched out. She knew something was going on and involved her baby brother. And my oldest sister, who would have been 14, grabbed the 2 younger sisters, took them upstairs, and they knelt at the foot of the bed and prayed, "Please God, don't let our baby brother die." I'm convinced, I believe that those prayers of those 3 girls for their baby brother are the reason that I'm still here today, because God hears us when we pray to him, and he doesn't always answer us, and we don't necessarily know why he chooses when he chooses, but I believe that he chose that day to listen and to save my life. And he chose to save me because I have a purpose. We all have a purpose. And so I thought that was I think that's the most incredible part of my story. My dad, I had approached him a couple years ago, and I think probably he was the most impacted out of all of us. I mean, including myself. And I wanted to ask if he would be willing to share what had happened that day, because he was the one that was there. So I asked him, Dad, would you be willing to share your story with me? And he said that he would, but he said not right now, because it's too difficult, and there isn't a day that goes by that he doesn't think about that. So, 38 years he's lived carrying this memory, but he said, I was right there. You were right there. The doctor said, they told my parents they weren't sure if I was going to make it. And then when my life was stable and they knew I was going to pull through, they told my parents, he's going to be missing his arm. And my mom didn't care. She was so elated that I was alive. That didn't matter. Todd Egan was a member of the board. I was a friend of Todd's, friend and coworker. And it's Todd introduced me to Ryan and Ryan's family. And he had asked me to come speak at a Tate's Army event and share my story. And Todd passed away. And the fact that he told me about Tate's Army and what had happened was the fact that it was in my own community and in my backyard, and I hadn't even heard of it, which is crazy, because there was a boy that was in just a similar situation. Exact same thing had happened, and his dad and his family, and I didn't even know about it. And you kind of have two paths, right? And people will have a tough situation that happens to them, and you go a couple of different ways. You can choose to kind of just ignore what happened and try to move on, live your life. And, there's a component of that that has to be true, but then you can kind of lean into your situation and use what you've gone through to help others and to have a purpose. And that's what they've chosen to do, as painful as that is. I don't know why he chose to put them in all family through that, why I've experienced what I've experienced, why anybody goes through hardships, but it shapes who we are, and we get to use that. And we can choose to be thankful for it, as difficult as that is. And I think I think it's really cool what Ryan and Tate have chosen, as hard as it is some days. From a practical standpoint, what I want people to learn is that understand these simple safety measures and behavior modifications that Tate's Army is trying to educate. Lawnmowers are tools, and tools used incorrectly and unsafely are dangerous. Lawnmowers are inherently dangerous. Cars are inherently dangerous. Guns, fire. But when you're not safe, hunters teach kids how to use guns safely. And they take them into the woods and they show them how to use knives and fire for their own benefit, for survival. And in order to do that, there's responsibility and safety that comes with it. And lawn mowing machinery is no different. A lot of people are pretty relaxed and cavalier with the equipment that they use, and I don't think enough people realize how common lawnmower accidents are. I certainly didn't, and I was involved in a lawnmower accident as a child, and I didn't realize the extent to which lawnmower accidents are so prevalent, and it's the leading cause of childhood amputation. And people should know that. From a broader lens, what I want people to learn from my accident is that you have a purpose beyond your situation. That just because I'm going through being an amputee, that's unique. It's a very visible thing. People can see it, but everybody goes through something. Mine's unique and visible, but we all are carrying something. So I just would like to spread a general message of hope through pain, purpose through pain. All of the hard things that you do and that you have to experience, no matter what they are, shape who you are, and they give you a reason to go out there. And I think people need to lean into that and be grateful for even the hardships in their life, because without those, you can drift sort of purposeless. And life with meaning and purpose is so much more fulfilling than one of comfort. And so lean into that suffering, and as weird as it sounds, be grateful for it. I don't wish suffering on anyone, but there's a place for gratitude. I'm Jeff Kessler, and I'm a member of Tate's Army.